This is insane. Oh, this is absolutely insane. Drawing so many cards. We have, how many Krakens can we make? What's up, everyone? My name is Jeff, and today we're going to have some fun playing Magic, and we are playing All Around Ominous Seas, which is one of my favorite cards of all time, is trying to make a bunch of 8/8 Krakens. And so Ominous Thoughts is what I'm calling this deck, because we're also trying to play it with Whirlwind of Thought, which is 4 mana. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you draw a card. So Ominous Seas, let me put it all out there. So whenever you draw a card, you put a Force Shadow counter onto Ominous Seas, and then Ominous Seas, once you get to 8 Force Shadow counters, you can just take off 8 counters and create an 8/8 blue creature Kraken creature token. And so drawing a lot of cards can actually end up milling us out, whatever. So I basically made this a Yorion pile just because of how many cards I was drawing with this deck, that we needed to do that. The issue is that makes it a lot less consistent, and I did have an issue playing this deck, even finding a Whirlwind of Thought. Like, I don't know why. I played like 15 games and found it one time in 15 games, and then I was like, okay, I want to make sure I get some good content for you guys. So I did end up playing a few more games and had some of the best games I think I've ever played in Magic with this. And so really excited to showcase some of those. I definitely like cut out a lot of games that weren't as interesting for you guys. I'm trying to make sure I'm bringing you the best content possible, something that is actually interesting, fun, fun for you guys to enjoy. So if you guys like this kind of content, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, all that stuff. I definitely appreciate it. But we have some sweet stuff for you guys today. The rest of the deck is basically kind of built around the idea of, okay, we're wanting to draw lots of cards. We also want to survive, because like, even if we're getting out Ominous Seas and Whirlwind of Thought, that's a turn 2 play, that's a turn 3, turn 4 play. We need to be removing stuff on turn 3 for sure. We need to be having our Shadow of the Skies hit on turn 4, and then play this turn 5 or something like that, so that we can actually build up our engine. And then we want more pieces of building up the engine, more stuff. And so the entire deck is kind of built around making that happen. We have a ton of modal lands with this. Like, we're only running 23 lands in a Yorion deck, but that's because we have so many modal lands in here to make sure, first off, that we have more non-creature spells to cast with Whirlwind of Thought. So that we can get up to lands. Yeah, it does slow down our mana, but we have, between Bone Crusher Giant, Brazen Borrower, we have a ton of 2-drop removal. So we have Fire Prophecy, Brazen Borrower, Bone Crusher Giant, all in the 2-drop slot. And then we have Shadow of the Skies to hit on turn 4. We have Narset and Teferi, each to kind of hit that turn 4 slot where we can do a little bit more, basically. We have 1 Slendy Vision to go find all the pieces for us. Neutralize, just because we have to be able to counter Ugin. That does just shut down our combo. We have to be able to shut down, other things that shut down our combo that we don't like. It's a nope card that we have to have in the deck. 4 copies of Sprite Dragon, just because I found that if we do have a bunch of non-creature spells in the early game, sometimes just 2 Sprite Dragons in the early game, getting up to like 4 or 5 power each, it just shuts down some games. It's also a good blocker for us in the early game. We need some blockers every once in a while too. So that fits in there. 2 copies of Dream Trawler on the top end, so that we can gain some life. All the cards that we're drawing, because we can draw an insane amount of cards. This just hits in for like 15 points of damage sometimes, which is sweet. And so Shark Typhoons, which is so fun when you get to hard cast them. So fun, especially with this deck. How many non-creature spells we have? Like, there's only 4 non-creature or 6 non-creature spells that don't also have spells attached to them. Only 23 lands. There's so much cards. Dude, this deck is just a blast. So that's basically the idea of this deck, is just kind of going all in on having tons of fun with this. We between all the modal lands, we actually end up having pretty close. I can't remember how many I had. I trimmed down a couple, like Valakut's Awakening. So it's like around 37 lands, around 38. So almost 40% still. And you can definitely add in a few more lands if you need to. I think that the cards that probably come out is probably the extra copies of Teferi. The issue is with Teferi, we're also playing Teferi's Aegis Insight, which is 4 mana. If you would draw a card, except for the first one, you draw a card each turn. Draw steps, you draw 2 cards instead. And between Teferi and this, it creates an extra copies of Whirlwind of Thought, basically. Like, we have other ways to go off with the combo with Ominous Seas to draw us other cards, or with Dream Trawler to draw us other cards so that we can do more stuff. And so it's actually really important to have Teferi in there to be able to draw the cards to kind of go off at the combo. But what I was finding is that we were occasionally running into too many 4-drops and needing more 2 mana removal spells, and so I can definitely see adding in Scorching Dragonfire. I can see adding in, Spikefield Hazard for a few more pieces of removal, things like that in this deck. Overall, though, had a blast playing it. Really enjoyed this deck. Definitely advise you guys give it a try and also just enjoy the gameplay that we have here. So let's go ahead and jump right into it, see how it does for us, and wish me luck. Up against Ottage and Sprite Dragon with some spells, Dream Trawler on the top end. I mean, I'd like more removal and interaction, but I'm going to try to keep it on the power of Sprite Dragon, some card draw, you know, all the stuff. It doesn't have any of our main core pieces, but anytime we have a good amount of 2-drops and interaction, we'll try it out. We'll give it a good old college try. All right, let's go Sprite Dragon. Swing him in. Down to 19, pass the turn. Being on the play is pretty huge with a hand like this too, letting us do a lot of different things. Let's get Shadow Soul Smashing out tapped. We're kind of ways from having 2 blue mana, unfortunately. Okay, let's get that out tapped. Swing in with Sprite Dragon. Down to 18, pass the turn. Teferi's too low. So we can actually, so they draw on discard, but they won't actually get the mill here. So let's go ahead and just bounce it, slow them down on the if they're going to be milling us. We are playing a Yorion deck, so we don't care that much, but this just slows them down a ton. So why not? And then Narset, yeah. Also lets us play out Teferi later as well. I don't have to discard, right? So let's just draw cards. We want more card draw. Decline, swing in, down to 15, pass the turn. Sweet. Second Sprite Dragon is actually pretty interesting. We're gonna maybe go for the Ageless Insight though. Okay, mills us out. Just playing out Brazen Bar is not the worst either. And Ruin Crab. All right, well, Fire Prophecy definitely hits that. Disruption is nice too. So let's add some mana.
To open the mind.
I probably am just going to play out the Disruption. And so let's play out Sprite Dragon as well. This can only cast non-creature spells. Okay. Okay, play out Sprite Dragon number 2. Play out Disruption. Tapped, Fire Prophecy, hit the Ruin Crab, grow the 2 Sprite Dragons. Do I want to draw something here? Is it worth getting rid of Teferi's Ageless Insight? I mean, with Dream Trawler, with some card draw and everything, it's actually really good for us. In this deck, against this deck, yeah, we probably want it. So we'll decline. Swing for 6. I mean, that's a pretty fast clock. So they're going to have some removal and soon. Extinction Event is what I'm assuming they're going to be playing. If they've got it. All right, that's a Dream Trawler. All right, let's put this on, I guess, white. Can't actually cast much of anything. But we could Teferi's Aegis Insight draw 2 cards here. Let's go for that. Dream Trawler is nice, but let's have that be a threat after a potential board wipe. If we have another even spell out there, not the best thing, I don't think. Draw 2 cards here. An Ominous Seas would have been really nice. We'll decline, attack in, and that's lethal if they don't have an answer. Down in the lock. Okay, cool. I'm not really cool, but hey, if they're gonna spend 2 Drown in the Locks here, that is pretty cool. All right, we're down to 60 cards, almost a normal deck. Good luck there, sir. If that's your main game plan, it might be well. And now we get counter spells held up, everything like that. Yeah, I think we're in pretty good shape. Let's we can draw with Shark Typhoon on their turn. Let's tick up. I could cast it now. No, let's hold off. Let's just add some mana, gain some life.
Let me help you practice.
Shadow Soul Smashing. Do I want a bigger Shark Typhoon? Yeah, always. Let's pass the turn. I'm not technically casting it with the cycling ability anyway, so there's no reason spending the mana there. You know, let's actually neutralize into the story. With the Teferi's tutelage out there, nah. Nah. That means we do lose out in doing much else here, but stopping him from drawing cards is always a good thing. Seagate's from color. Nice. Draw a bunch of cards. Or like cling to dust. Cacophony. All right. That's a lot of mill. That's 16 cards. Now we're down to 40 cards left. Oh no. All right, let's go Dream Trawler. Yeah, with him tapped out, not going to have a counter spell. That's a little bit better for us now.
To open the mind, you must first open the heart.
We'll pass the turn. Mill 2 cards. It's got to be Extinction Event, or else we can just keep Dream Trawler alive. With cycling here, or the draw 2 here, we should be able to find enough stuff to get us to lethal. Hopefully. Okay, pass to my turn. Draw a card and neutralize. It's nice. Can also cycle for us if we needed to. Do we care to try to get there this turn? Yeah, let's draw cards. Ooh, and a Velvet Awakening. Decline. Drawing now, just to see what else we can find real quick. So, Velvet Awakening. Get rid of Plains, Dream Trawler for sure. That draws us 6 cards, which definitely gets us to lethal. Shark Typhoon as an extra something to play out. We have Neutralize. Yeah, let's try this out. Okay, draw a few cards. Yeah, get a little bit of pump. We also draw 2 more when Dream Trawler attacks. Go to combat. Dude, yeah, we can draw so many cards with this deck. It's so fun. Neutralizing anything that attacks Dream Trawler is the main thing. They have to have 2 spells that can force it to tap, which Dream Trawler, or like the second Drown Lock is annoying. Okay, he goes to draw a card. Sure. They're not gaining enough life here to really do anything, so resolve. We draw 2 more cards. Thieves Guild Enforcer. Sure. Meals a bit more over. All attack in. All attack. And we have more cards draw if they do have a second Cling to Dust. So game over. Game over, man. Game over. Yeah, bro. Oh, that was beautiful. All right. I think I think I like this deck. It's good. Up against the light. I see a light, I see love, won't you love me, yeah. Let's keep this. No white mana is annoying, but we don't have it in the hand anyway, so, or any spells to cast. We can't get the Neutralize, but we can at least play out Brazen Bars, Bone Crusher. We have the ability to go a few extra turns here, and there is Shadow Disguise. Yay. Play this out, tap, pass the turn. Blue mana on the next turn, hold up Brazen, Fire Prophecy, something. We can always drop a Shadow Disguise. I'm assuming, okay, not rogues. Doom Foretold. Doom Foretold, it's going to be interesting against us. Definitely can be a hard one for us to deal with, for sure. That's white mana. You know what? We're playing this out slow anyway. We're just going to try to get, well, I'd like to get to Neutralize. Can always bring this out another time and bolt ourselves against a Doom Foretold deck. So play it out, pass the turn. Mise Man Tome. Is it worth brazen borrowing that? I don't think so. We're just going to go ahead and Bone Crusher, I think. We can hold on to some sorcery spells, but whatever. Or some spells just for like Whirlwind of Thought. Although I'm not sure that sticks on the board very well against this deck anyway. That's not blue mana either. We can get the Shadow of the Sky. That doesn't do a ton for us. Probably just playing out this Bone Crusher then. Force him to have Doom Foretold or something. Pass the turn. Definitely looking for the second blue source so we can hold up Neutralize. And hoping that this isn't Doom Foretold. Only one blue source, one black source. Interesting. Ominous Seas. All right, well, I mean, that's the name of the deck, so we're going to do that. Play it out, see if they have any kind of responses. We can't really counter anyway. Brings out Omens. I might fire Prophecy just to draw a card here. We'll see. Yeah, chumps, that's fine. We'll do it on their end step. Because yeah, we're definitely digging for a blue source here. Maze-Mine Tome. You know, I don't think I have Maze-Mine Tome in our deck. That would be pretty good as well here. The Scry and the potential draw cards. It would definitely help us in case we aren't having our mana fixed very well. I think we have like Valakut Awakening in here, or yeah, those kinds of cards instead, which is fine. All right. Omen of the Sea. Digging for lands, I'm assuming. 2 on top. That's always a great sign. You know, just draw amazingly all the time. Try out. That's all of the colors, right? No, not green yet. Interesting. Yeah, we're gonna Fire Prophecy this. Dropping, is it a Maria's Call or is it just Shadow of the Sky? Shadow of the Sky probably is pretty dead in this matchup, so yeah. Get rid of that. Hey, we got another one. There we go. Just draw what you want. Or not anything that you want. Both good. Both good. Narset. Do I want to bounce anything? I don't think so. Let's go ahead and attack in. Hit for 4. Maria's Call, tapped. And we'll just gain some life. Yeah, the card draw could be nice here. But that's fine. We need to find a blue source really badly. Else with Conqueror's Death. Yeah, should have drawn a card. But hey, we gain life. Yeah, I should have thought that through. There's not really targets for us to do damage to, so drawing there was definitely the better play. I mean, getting to the ultimate has some merit as well, as far as just having some way to win against a Doom Foretold deck. But whatever. That's another white source. Yes! For the love. All right, let's go. Plains. Attack in. Yorion to hand. Yeah, Yorion to hand. Pass the turn. Sweet. Yeah, we really need another blue source. Ominous Seas is pretty cool. Of course, Doom Foretold just kind of makes quick work of that. We can cycle here, which honestly we probably will do if we can't. The issue is Neutralize is a really good card for us in this matchup. I can't Brazen Bar or anything anyway. Yeah, so we're just cycling. There's a blue source. One card away. Narset should have done it. My bad. Yeah, everything's back. Bone Crusher's gone. We can shatter and kill Yorion. Yay. I guess it's worthwhile to stop 6 power. Hold up a Brazen Borrower. If we can get to Ominous Seas, that's not a small clock. And it's not that many turns away now, especially because we should have other card draw. Fire of Prophecy. Oh, that is this turn. Okay, yeah. All right. Well, we are still gonna shatter. They get to draw a card. Blue source. Shatter. I know Elspeth can just bring it back, but whatever. We're slowing down the clock for a smidge. Yorion to hand. Treacherous Blessing. That means they probably have Doom Foretold for the next turn. No targets for Fire Prophecy. Yorion doesn't do a whole lot for us. Man, yeah, this is definitely one of the hardest matchups for us for sure. I'm not sure if it's worth sticking around. I mean, an 8/8 can be a pretty big deal, you know. So I guess we hold off for a little bit. They have token blockers for days. With other Yorion coming back on the next turn. Treacherous Blessing honestly could be kind of interesting for us too, or with this. All right, we can do that at instant speed to get to bigger Omnis. So let's just pass the turn here. Yeah, you get a Yorion back. We cry inside. Yeah. It's everything. Million card draw. Doesn't bounce. Why would you not bounce Treacherous Blessing? Do you want to take damage this whole time? Cool, I suppose. Like maybe they're just worried about having to discard their hand to hand size at the end, but then just don't bounce the omens, right? Drawing 3 cards is better, in my opinion. All right, well, let's make an 8/8. We'll bow. Let's see. Yorion really doesn't do much for us in the deck. It's just an extra thing that we can play. We'll hold on to Brazen Borrower though. Submit 2, draw 3, make an 8/8. We can also play out a Shark token as a 2/2. Not totally worthwhile. Blue mana gives us Seagate Restoration. That's pretty nice. Quite swell, some might say. Them keeping a card when they know Ominous Seas is online is a little bit sketchy to me. All right, well, we're activating this anyway. Heartless Act? Anything? Yeah, okay. Pass to my turn. Do I want a Brazen Borrower? We know they have tokens for days. We can probably find some sort of answer for that. Do I want... I don't think I want to bounce Yorion, right? Sure, we'll just bounce a token. Okay, pass to my turn, draw a card. Another Seagate Restoration is actually awesome for us. Third blue source, Seagate Restoration. Draw 3 cards. Fairy's Ageless Insight is huge. Also Shadow the Skies. Yeah, Doom Foretold though just shuts us down. I think as soon as we see a Doom Foretold, we probably just scoop. I'm staying in it because we haven't seen one yet, and that's cool, I guess. What do they take away from our hand? Second Seagate Restoration makes some sense. Shark Typhoon makes some sense. Ageless Insight also is pretty epic. Like, we actually finally are getting a sweet hand here. Shadow the Skies can actually draw us cards with Ageless Insight. Okay, takes the Shark Typhoon. I think that makes sense. It's one of the best ways for them to for us to get past Doom Foretold. Speaking of flipping, sorry. I mean, we got an 8/8. Yay. That feels like they've got removal. Okay, we get a draw card. Not enough to get past Doom Foretold, though. Do we have any way to, like... See, we can cycle and try to find something else to draw a card with. It's Fairy's Ageless Insight just immediately dies. Shark Typhoon is pretty good. Let's go Fable Passage. I think that's what we go for, is we just try to get them with the Shark Typhoon. And then Aegis Insight, we have a few ways to draw lots of cards if we do find a way to get them past Doom Foretold. Yeah, so we're gonna Doom Foretold. On the next turn, they make us discard. We'll discard a Triumph. And then we try to find a neutralize for the Dance and the Mance before that happens. I mean, we still have like ways to be in this game, so we're gonna stick around for a little bit. Why not? Destroys the Treacherous Blessing. Yep. Exile our graveyard. That's fine. Scries with Temple. What are we looking for here? So getting rid of the Doom Foretold is what we're looking to do. Big Shark Typhoon is a big deal. Brazen Borrowers honestly aren't the worst either because they can come in after the fact. So like maybe Teferi's Aegis Insight, we can flash in Brazen Borrower to have it die to Doom Foretold. Drawing enough cards to maybe get to like a few Omen of the Seas. And then we want to find Neutralize to stop Dance of the Mance. Tokens are annoying. Man, they're spending all of their mana here. They're just really digging for like a Dance of the Mance or something. Because now Shark Typhoon is huge. How much is this? So 7. It's a 7/7. I think that is our last Shark Typhoon. I can't remember how many I put in here. Yeah, Resolve, Doom Foretold. We discard Triome. Can draw with that, but do I care about that? No. Doom Foretold goes away. Up to 20. Another Ageless Insight. Swing in here. Please let us find some card draw. We haven't played a land yet, have we? No, we've not. So, play out Narset. Add blue mana. Play Teferi's Ageless Insight. Now we can't actually draw a card, though. I could play out Brazen Borrower if I bolt in this Seagate Restoration. Which does create a pretty big board state. If they shatter, we draw 2 cards. Like the biggest issue is like Doom Foretold or other stuff. So let's pretend that we have the neutralize, but also have Brazen Borrower as an alternative. I don't think that's the worst play. It seems like they're definitely digging for a Dance of the Mance, so that there's a chance they don't have it yet. Blood Chief's Thirst. Rude. Okay. Swing at Narset. There's a Doom Foretold. Yeah, also annoying. We don't have any ways of drawing cards now, do we? Flippin' heck. What the crap? Yeah. ECD.
It was not my plan.
Are we just wanting to shatter this guys now? Alright, Brazen Borrower. Some form of card draw. If we can start drawing cards, we have a chance. Yeah, it swings in for 4, down to 10, pass the turn. Fire Prophecy would be pretty cool. We have another Aegis Insight. And if we find card draw anyway, we can just play it. Yeah, sure. Yeah, we didn't find card draw anyway. Now I might go for the Shadow of the Sky just to get Doom Foretold off the board quicker. And also they have 4 points of damage that can just destroy us. We're not going to use anything with Mountain. Pass the turn. Come on, deck. You can do it. You can do it. I believe in you. Yeah, we lose 2 life. Oh, they sack their own Doom Foretold. And this means there's a Dance of the Mance. Yikes. Maybe I should have held off on the Shadow of the Skies. Now we're having to discard our Teferi's Ageless Insight. Yeah, we're dead to the Dance of the Mance. Well, we tried to hang in there with that one. I'm not sure that was the best idea, but we stuck through. We did get a Kraken on board. We did do a lot of our stuff. I do think that's probably like our worst matchup of everything in here. And we still had like chances. I think like a Dream Trawler would have been really nice to have a shot with. Like finding things like that would have been nice. And we also do have lots of permanents we can put out on board to kind of like outpace them a little bit, or like to keep enough value out. We just didn't find the right pieces right away. Up against Jansa. And dude, I have been playing so many games trying to find this happen. So between scooping to rogues matches just because I don't want to play against them and like whatever, this is the first hand out of I think it's like 12 games that I've had a whirlwind of thought. We're gonna keep this. We have a shot to actually play the deck the way we wanted to play it. Watch us play up against like a Doom Foretold deck now, like the worst possible thing for us, or straight aggro when we only have 1 piece of removal. Because that's the kind of things that happens here around here. Please don't. Please. Please. All right, we're going to lead off with Fable Passage, I think, just to get the red source so that we can have that up on turn 3 instead of playing a tap land. So, yeah, Fable Passage, grab a red source. Or a blue source, I guess. Sure, blue source. Faster. Because this is red, right? Yeah. Lovestruck Beast token. Okay, so digging for board wipes would be nice. Also just holding up Neutralize. Pretty nice stuff. Ominous Seas. Now we might play this out on blue. Although, we'll see. Playing on red means that any land gives us Whirlwind of Thought. Okay, take it down to 19. Edgewell Innkeeper. That is another 1/1, which is there we go. We got the lands, dude. It's all coming together. This game. This is so weird. I don't even know what to do with myself. Now I think we just hold up Neutralize, right? I'd rather not have a 3/3 hit the battlefield, or a big dude hit the battlefield. Pass the turn. Whirlwind of Thought. We're gonna keep the board as small as possible here. Plays it out. We definitely neutralize. They draw a card. That's cool. Questing Beast is probably the most annoying thing that could happen now on the next turn. And we're hoping we can find a Shatter. Draw a card. Ooh, Valken. Ooh. You don't say. All right. Well, Whirlwind of Thought. Having 2 of these out could also be pretty interesting with Ominous Seas. Play it out, draw an extra card, and then any spell we cast suddenly like gets us 4, gets us draw 3. Yeah. Or sorry, draw 2, but still, it's cool. Skews, there's a Skews. Oh, excuse me. They have 1 target they can hit. We can still Fire Prophecy, kill it. And I probably will just play out the land, honestly. Valakut Awakening is pretty sweet, and it does get us to Ominous Seas. Please, Ominous Seas. I just... Yes, let's do this. Dude, I think it's so annoying how you build a deck to do a thing, and that thing just like never even has a chance of happening. So many games where it's like, okay, well, why do I even play any of these cards? They won't happen anyway. Disruption is a little bit interesting. Let's go ahead and play out Awakening tapped. Let's play Fire Prophecy before they untap and have a chance to do anything. Draw a card. Shatter the Sky. We don't have the land to play that yet. But we already have one Whirlwind of Thought. Do we actually need another one? Probably not. We can at least draw a card by just countering anything that comes up, so sure. A second Ominous Seas. When they only have 3 power on the board, yeah. I guess we do that. We get to draw another card. That's another white source. Okay. Okay, I think we're doing it, guys. I think we're doing it. No. Don't Questing Beast right now. I should have held up the disruption, guys. In hindsight, I done wrong. Okay, there we go. That's actually really good. Okay. Okay. Shatter. Hold up disruption. Draw a card. Neutralize. Nice. And now we have an 8/8 and disruption, and life's good. Pass the turn. Again, disruption for us, I probably will just cast on just about anything. Oh, that's annoying. Stops them from playing basically anything else. All right, cool. Yeah, they play it. That's fine. We're just trying to dig for more card draw. Don't pay right. Don't do it. Let's see what they target. It's probably Whirlwind of Thought instead of the Ominous Seas. We'll see. It's definitely the engine is definitely Whirlwind of Thought. Like, I'm glad we finally found it. Okay, create an 8/8. That's a big dude. Now we have Neutralize. We don't have the right mana to be able to play Neutralize and Teferi. Or even that and everything else. So play out the Triome. Definitely need to be doing that. Swinging with for 8. Honestly, having a blocker might have been a good thing, though. Down to 13. Pass the turn. We definitely don't want another Apparition to hit like a Whirlwind of Thought, so neutralize, neutralize, neutralize. That's our motto. We can take the damage here. Make a token if we don't have anything to neutralize. Bolts into land. Do they have 2 Apparitions now? That would be miserable. We can definitely win the game with Sprite Dragon and Kraken if they don't have a blocker. The Great Henge. Yeah, definitely neutralize. Okay. Draw a card, get rid of Joe. And now Sprite Dragon wins us the game. They're tapped out. Yes. Oh, we don't. We do have 2 blue sources. Okay. Sprite Dragon. Teferi. Draw a card. Put a counter onto Sprite Dragon. Win the game. And we're so close to another Kraken as well. Yes! Yes! That's what this deck is supposed to do. I don't want to say how many turns, how many games I had to play to find one hand with Whirlwind of Thought and Ominous Seas. Or to even find a Whirlwind of Thought. Like, it actually took me, I think I found like 2 of them in about 15 games now. It's something like that. It's ridiculous. I have the worst luck in the world. Up against Madding Box. And let's Brazen Borrower into Shatter if we find a land. Sure, we'll keep it. Bring out Triome, pass the turn. Being on the play, this helps a little bit. This, like, we can slow down decks a little bit better in some ways. Swarm Shambler. Counter deck. Shatter the Skies is really nice against this deck. So they obviously have a snake. Because they're holding up priority here, it means they definitely have the snake. I'll just remind them. Yep, it's your turn. There we go. Good job. Oh, hey. Ominous Seas is nice. We will play that out. Yeah, I'm gonna try to not bounce anything to try to get to the Shadow Disguise, so hope for land. Please, please, deck. That would be great, you know? If you don't mind, I would appreciate it. You know, we put a bunch of those in the deck for a reason. If you don't mind. Plays nothing. Just gonna grow the stuff. Man, we might just have to cycle that. We'll see. I mean, if they're not going to do a lot of damage to us, we're fine. They can make an insect. So if they start like attacking with it, sure, we'll bounce it. Slow them down a bit more so that Shadow Disguise becomes better. Any land gives us Shadow Disguise too, so sure. Lotus Cobra. Dude, it's a cobra. All right, gets another counter onto himself. Cobra's not that big of a deal. Insect's not that big a deal. Taking 3 here wouldn't be too bad. So let's go ahead and just bounce the Swarm Shambler. Slow him down a smidge. Draw a card. That's not a land either. Deck! What are you doing? Cycling this main phase because I want to actually play a land if we find it. But that's not a deck. What? Come on, deck. Give me a land. Please. Please. We did not need all 3 of our Teferi Master of Times in the hand, you know? In an 80 card deck, that's so improbable. And but no, we're gonna have that happen and not find one of our, I think it's like 38 lands that we have in the deck. So almost 50%, you know, just that. Come on, Fire Prophecy. That sucks. I mean, that's cool. All right, well, we're taking a big hit, but Lotus Cobra dies. We drop, probably Sprite Dragon does, well, okay, one of our Teferi Master of Times. How about that? Deck. No. All right, so we draw a card. If we can find a way to draw 2 more cards, we do have a deck. Why do you have to do this to me? Take 7 down to 10. Shatter now is a lot worse now that they have Great Henge. Gilded Goosey. Swarm Shambler. Or some awesome 3-drop. Draw more cards. Cool. Excuse me. Oh, cool. All right, this is the first whirlwind of thought that I've drawn like this entire video, and like out of what, like 10 games I've played. We're gonna cycle another neutralize. We're dead on board, right? Come on, you gotta be kidding me, game. Okay, how many cards is this actually? So we went through 14 cards and only found 3 lands. And we went through 14 cards by turn, turn 7? With only 3 lands too. I mean, that's part of that. Oh my goodness. And all of those were in our hand to begin with. Up against Yasashikis and... I don't know. This is an interesting hand. I'm not sure if this is actually keepable or not. 3 red sources, which is definitely not what we're going for. Sprite Dragon is interesting. Shark Typhoon can at least become a token that can draw us cards. So sure. Like we can play Sprite Dragon on turn 2. If we find a white source, we have Shadow Disguise. If we find other stuff. Up against a Yorion deck. Doom Foretold would definitely be bad against this. We're going to try it out. If Sprite Dragon lives... it can be a pretty good play. And there's Omniseas. All right, sweet. Sprite Dragon into Omniseas. We played the game, bruh. Definitely Doom Foretold. All right, well, that's bad. Some might say. Land is nice. Does it survive? Swing in. Down to 19. Pass the turn. Omen of the Sea. Okay, definitely doomed for told. So we are digging for neutralize basically as quick as possible. Is it worth even putting out the ominous seas? Or do I want to like dig for neutralize to stop that from happening? Probably not. I think I'd rather get out like Teferi and other stuff. So play this tapped. Ominous seas. Yeah, Scottish Soul Smashings are basically dead in this matchup. So just getting out mana where we can. 2 blue sources is nice. And Shark Typhoon is like our best play against them. Brazen Power. Rude. Pass the turn. I guess we haven't seen for sure that it's a Doom Foretold deck yet. We haven't seen any white mana. It could just be playing for value and stuff. Maybe. Perhaps. Croxa. Let's drop a Shatter Skull Smashing. It's not the colors that we want. Yes, it's a land, but meh. All right, dude, we want another white source at some point. You know? You know? Teferi. Next turn, we're gonna Sprite Dragon hold up Shark Typhoon. What are we looking for here? Is a Shadow of the Skies worth it over holding on a Dream Trawler? Can't even play it yet, but we can't play either. All right, let's drop the Shatter. I mean, Ominous Seas can start taking up pretty quick with Teferi, so that's nice. Omen of the Sea. Fast turn. Yup. That's a red source. Is this just 5-color Yorion pile? Is that what's going on? I just realized that was a Croxa that we just saw. Dude, every time, I swear, every time I see someone play Omen of the Seas, there's always 2 on top. I guess they probably set it up from earlier, but come on. Someone else has to draw as bad as I do sometimes, right? Right? Holding up 2 red sources. Is that for Ox? What would that be for? Brazen Borrower makes some sense. I dropped the Dream Trawler here. It is the least powerful and worthwhile thing that we can play at the moment because we don't have a white source. Sprite Dragon's also pretty weak though. It dies to Brazen Borrower, which if we balance Brazen Borrower, it doesn't do much. Yeah, let's just get rid of Sprite Dragon. We came to Kraken. We shall Kraken. We could bring Yorion into hand just to discard it with the Teferi too. That's always a way to go. Fire Prophecy does kill Brazen Borrower. Man, do we just have to drop the Dream Trawler here? Sure. Feels really bad, but yeah. All right, pass the turn. I'm assuming they flash in Brazen Borrower, which then we kill something. Or I'm not sure if we even draw though. Shark Typhoon, X3. That we Brazen Borrower. And now we have Brazen Borrower of our own. So nice, pass turn. I mean, Ominous Seas is actually ticking up pretty quickly. We're pretty close to Kraken. I think, all right, Extinction Event. Okay, draw a card. There's the other white source. Do we even want it now? Because we got rid of other stuff. Honestly, playing out a hard-casted Shark Typhoon might not be a bad play. Maybe it's Fire Prophecy? Alright, sure, why not? Okay, draw a card. Fairy goes away. Sad day. All right, what kind of answers do they have for a hard-casted Shark Typhoon? With 1 mana held up right now, I'm not sure that they do have a lot of stuff for that. Like, it's probably another Brazen Borrower, which we're okay with that happening. If it goes back to our hand, okay. Draw a card. Narset. Narset's interesting, but I think we hard cast this now. Swing in. Now we have tokens coming from this. Probably have a Kraken token coming pretty soon too. Extinction Event is going to be bad, but we can kind of play things at the right time, so it's all good. I like this. I like it lots. All right, red source. Yeah, there's no white mana, so I'm not worried about like Doom Foretold now. Brazen Borrower can be a chump blocker for the 4/4 we're going to create. And what are we looking for? Just like another something to cast with after Narset, so like a 2-drop or a land. All those are good. Land is probably the best, so that we can actually Shark Typhoon for a 1/1. Maze Mind Tome. Yorion, okay. That is a thing that can block out. So land is nice. Sweet. I think we want just more blue mana. Yeah, yep. All right, attack in with Brazen Borrower first. All right, Narset, create a 4/4. Playing out the other Shark Typhoon was definitely tempting, but we can cast it for less later. There's good things we can do here. Do I just want to draw a card here?
Above all else.
Rather than tick up? Yeah, let's just draw a card. We can even bring Yorion to hand.
Think, then.
Decline. Draw another, another counter onto Emisizzle. There's not a whole lot of value with Yorion, right? So, Shark Typhoon token. Playing out as a 6/6 though is pretty sweet. Yeah, we're just gonna do it. Bring it to hand, pass turn. Maze Mind Tome. That's cool. Okay, Yorion, dude, what is this deck? So they're pretty close to just bringing back a Kroxa. That is annoying for sure. Okay, 3 mana. So they're not planning on bringing back Kroxa this turn, the way they're tapping. Storm's Wrath. Okay. That's good for them. Cool.
Overwhelming.
If they have untapped land, they can also Yorion. If they're going for just like Eat to Extinction, maybe for this token, sure, fine. We'll just play out second Shark Typhoon and be happy about it. Brazen Borrower. All right, cool. Draw another card. Shark Typhoon number 2. Hard casted as well. Yes. Yes. And now the value of those and the Omniseas, I'm not sure how we lose. I'm not saying there's not a way that it could happen. There definitely is. But it seems less likely now, at least. Okay, Kroxa's coming back. Cool. We might just Shatter. We get to draw a card out of it. We'll discard, honestly, Yorion. Yorion does nothing for us, so. Yorion's just here because we're playing a Yorion pile, and there's a few things that, like, all the Planeswalkers would be nice to have come back, so sure. Yorion. Omen of the Sea to the bottom. One on top. Double Fire Prophecy. That's actually somewhat interesting. We can double Kroxa, or hit Kroxa twice, create 2 2/2s. I think we do it main phase. We just still hold up Shatter for later. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. Swinging in and having Yorion block, I mean, they're going to do it anyway. Decline. That's a decent board. Honestly, drawing to something other than shatters could be worthwhile, but just in case, we're going to hold on to it. It's not something I want to give up too quickly. We would definitely like some form of card advantage. Whirlwind of Thought, you know, would be nice to find sometime soon. Keeps it to the bottom. What's like the worst thing? Probably another Yorion would be pretty bad. Extinction Event would definitely wouldn't be fun. Omen of the Sea. Digging for it. They do have Brazen Borrowers. They can only play one as it is right now. 2 to the bottom, draws a card. 1 Brazen Borrower isn't quite enough to really stop us. We still just have... Oh, actually, we don't have another white source for their own Shark Typhoon. Nice. There's Whirlwind of Thought. Yes. All right, attack in. Wanting them to spend any mana they've got right now instead of later. Okay, cool. They get a 2/2. Okay. Whirlwind of Thought. Now Ominous Seas becomes a little bit better. And we got 2 4/4s. A lot of Brazen Borrowers. That means there's not another one, though. So Extinction Event is still annoying. If they find it. And gain some life with Maze Mind Tome. Tapping the blue mana. Interesting. I feel like you'd want to find another copy of land for Brazen Bar to come back. You need 4 more cards in the graveyard before Kroxa has a chance, which I don't think that's even in the running now anyway. Storm's Wrath would be annoying. Reign of Revelation. And it looks like they're digging for Extinction Event or Storm's Wrath. That's what mana they're holding up here. So that's cool. We just need any non-creature spell that we can cast here and make it worthwhile for us. Reign of Revelation actually is a pretty good card, huh? Draw 3, discard 1. If you're okay filling your graveyard, that's okay. Is this actually 4 color? Like, is there any reason for this green source here, or is it just Grixis that happens to run a Triome of 2 or 2? I'm thinking it's the latter. Dang it. Come on, deck. If we could just start drawing cards, that would be great, you know? All right, grab a plane so we can start using Castle Ardenvale. Swing in. Did they find their 4th Brazen Borrower? Ah, okay. Nice. I might Shatter here just to let us draw a card, because we get to create a 4/4 and then draw the card with it. Guess there's not really a reason to just yet. Okay, down to 9. Pass the turn. Yeah, resolve. I mean, our engine, I think, overall is better than theirs, but it's not been doing its thing. They've been drawing way more cards. Kroxa can come back soon. Oh, actually, if Kroxa comes back and we lose Shatter, that's going to be really annoying. Maze Mind Tome. Shark Typhoon number 2. Yep, gets a 6/6. Yeah. Maze Mind Tome. Creates some tokens. Yay. We're close to a Kraken. Another Kraken, though. We'll get Kraken on that Kraken. Sprite Dragon. All right, well, Shatter. So Sharks get made first. That draws us a card. Whirlwind of Thought number 2. Yeah, play that out. Disruption's pretty nice as well. Play out the land. Pass the turn. All right. Come on. Come on, deck. We can close this out now. Please, oh please, give it to me now. Crawling Barrens. Part whatever. Sprite Dragons I don't think are as worthwhile as just creating 2 tokens here. Eliminates, yeah, creates a bunch of tokens, that's cool. Our card advantage should get us there at some point. Big old Ominous Sea is also pretty sweet. Yeah, Croxa comes back. How big can we get Sprite Dragon? Is it actually worthwhile? Versus just 2 tokens here and 2 card draw. Yeah, no, never mind. Sprite Dragon goes away. Not even close to worthwhile. Dream Trawler could be pretty nice for us. But now I think we're looking for like Teferi, something to kind of stop blockers from being able to block. Draws a card. Yeah, make a 8/8. Fourth Brazen Bomber. Nice. Ominous Seas. Yeah, I'm not worried about making Castle Admiral tokens. Play out Ominous Seas. Draw 2 cards. Play out Fable Passage. We'll crack this before we go for the Triome. But we will draw with that. Grab, I guess a white source. Why not? Stop tapping down my blue sources. Cycle draw. Teferi's Ageless Insight is pretty sweet. Yeah, we'll play that out over Disruption and create a few 4/4s. Yes! I like it, deck. I like it like that. There's our Brazen Bar. We're brazening. Swing in. Get some sharks off the board. Yep, kill both. We'll see if Croxa even swings in. Yeah, so now we can have so much flipping card draw. It's insane. Croxa. Discard the land. Take 3. Discard is bad for us. I definitely don't like that. I don't like it. We have a lot of neutralizes that we haven't found yet, so let's go ahead and drop Disruption. I might just bounce the Shark Typhoon to try to dig for the neutralize. Do I want to put these there too? I don't think I really care about it. Block with those. If they have removal, it's annoying, but whatever. Draws a card. Digging for that removal. Rain of Revelation. Yeah, it makes a ton of tokens. Come on, Counterspell. Didn't find removal? Sweet. I have a lot of cards into the graveyard. Close to playing it out again. We do have to worry about milling ourselves out a little bit now with Teferi's Aegis Insight, but now any spell that we cast that's non-creature draws us 4 cards. That's a big deal. I'm actually not sure if we want to play out the other Whirlwind Thought. At the same time, though, I totally do want to. Okay, Whirlwind Thought. Create some triggers. Draw a few cards. All right, so we definitely have the card advantage now. Can we close it out? Emeria's Call. Yeah, we're definitely playing that on the other turn. That's a couple 7/7s. Play out a mountain. Do I bounce a Shark Typhoon? Yeah, still neutralizing it's still one of the best plays that we can go for. Draw 6 cards. We should be able to find one of our neutralizes now, right? We haven't found one yet. Yeah, let's do that. Come on, 6 cards. So many triggers. There's a neutralize. Yes. Okay, so we get to bounce a Shark Typhoon. You can hold up Brazen Bar to bounce the Shark token that they can make. Shadow the Skies is interesting too. And do we want? How many cards can we actually draw here before we're in trouble? We'd bounce the other Shark Typhoon as well. Force him to play both on the next turn. Well, let's see here. It actually just makes a 6/6, but I guess whatever. Bounce it again. Shatterskull Smashing also pretty sweet. We only get 2 targets ever though, but still, we're just trying to go wide here. So much card draw. This is actually getting pretty bad for us. Dude, how many Kraken tokens do we get right now? It's a number, and it's a pretty high number. All right, well, let's go to combat, or let's let stuff resolve. Swing in with this guy. Yeah, it trades off. That's cool. Yeah, we have to not die here. Let's go Sprite Dragon. We'll pass the turn. Stop on the upkeep actually, and maybe Brazen Bar one more time. Well, let's see here actually. Let's actualize. We did find another Brazen Bar. Let's bounce the other Shark Typhoon. Yeah, we're discarding a million cards here, drawing way too many, but we also get a ton of Krakens. This is insane. Oh, this is absolutely insane. Drawing so many cards. We have, how many Krakens can we make? I don't even want to know. All right, yep, fast. We have to discard 12 cards. All right, definitely Whirlwind Thought. Definitely, I guess Shatter is not as good for us. Secret Restoration, not necessarily worthwhile here. Emisizzle number 2. Teferi might be worthwhile. Land, Shatter, land. Emeria's Call is pretty sweet. We'll go down 1 Sprite Dragon. and I guess Teferi, and not Dream Trawler, land, Sprite Dragon, and oh my gosh, there's still more. Narset. How many cards do I even have in my hand after all this? Why am I discarding this many cards? Oh, wait. Submit 12. There we go. I don't know why I was after. Keep going after I submitted all those. All right, pass. Okay, so at least the Brazen Bombers, they're gonna have to replay Shark Typhoons before they can do much else. They can make those tokens, which is good for them. But we are going to make so many Krakens here, and it's all on the end step. So even if they have board wipe here, we're fine. So yeah, Storm's Wrath comes out. Sweet. Resolve. We actually prefer that. That's even better for us now. How many Ominous tokens do we even get here? Dude, this is insane. All right, Poda is roping us now a little bit. Try to just figure out what to do. I'm sure drawing with Maze Wind Tome is interesting. The Shark Typhoons are interesting. We have so many Krakens that we can make here, though. Like that's the thing that can't be understated is how many Krakens that we get. And we are definitely going to start a Kraken. Oh, they're one land short. They didn't play out their mana efficiently. Going for Storm's Wrath. They couldn't Shark Typhoon and do the Storm's Wrath. Yeah, and opponents gives it up. Real quick, I want to know how many Ominous tokens this is. All right, so trusty dusty calculator coming out here. We had 30 divided by 8, so 3 there. And then we could have gotten more as well easily on the next turn, but 26 divided by 8, I think it's also 3, right? Yeah, so 6 8/8s is what's possible there. Yes, 6 Krakens. Which definitely would have been enough for lethal. Went down to 21 cards left in the deck. We could have played a few more things, but drawing 6 cards every time we cast a spell, a non-creature spell, was insanity. Oh, that's so fun. Yes. All right, so in the wrap up for this deck, oh my goodness, this is so fun. That last game just made my day. We definitely had a lot of bad games. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys my my list here. There's some games I'm just immediately, if I'm up against rogues, I'm just done. I had a ton of wins where people just scooped within the first like 3 seconds as well. I had the hardest time trying to find stuff for it, and I didn't find Whirlwind of Thought until like an hour or something into the game, like into playing this. I never could find Whirlwind of Thought, which every game that we found it with, the game became so much better. Like this deck was built to have Whirlwind of Thought on turn 4, turn 5, and then to have that be our main value engine. And I know with Yorion playing 80 card pile, it's hard to actually find that kind of piece, but the deck is so fun. And so it's a fun one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. So for all of you guys that made it to the end, I really appreciate you guys. So what I'm doing is anytime that people make it to the end, I give a secret word out. And this is just so that you can put it down in the comments below. So the secret word is going to be, we're going to say lost thought as it, because we could never find it. It was lost. I could never find the Whirlwind of Thought until the very end, which you guys will probably see mostly those games anyway. But so for those of you that have got there, that just lets me know. If you put down lost thoughts in the comments, it lets me know that you actually made it to the end, which actually does help support me a lot more than you guys know mentally. It's hard to think that, like, because basically the way that the trend goes is it shows me that like everyone drops off after the first game, and it looks like people don't care about watching my videos after that. So I appreciate if you guys want to do it. So one of the best ways to support me, if you're not willing to do it monetarily or anything like that, is to make it to the end of the video. Even if you want to skip ahead, put down the secret word down in the comments below. You know, you can see the other people that have got there as well, and so you guys can kind of make a community of people that are willing to make it to the end of the video. And so anyway, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And yeah, thank you for coming here. Lost thoughts is the keyword, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much, and bye bye.